Sean Moreno drove in 4 of the Ravens' 9 runs yesterday. Can he drive in 1 here to start game 2? 2-2. Freshman Rhodes comes to the plate. Full count. 35 hitters reached base on either a walk or a hit by pitch against Rhodes this year. Moreno has the moment right now on him. Full count, and we'll have time. Are they going to say that last pitch hit him? Or were they conversing there? Well, what, a balk wouldn't put him on first. I'm going to assume that was maybe that the last pitch hit him. Let's take a look at that last pitch here on the stream. Hard to see. I'm going to guess that it hit him. That has to be what they're saying. I don't. But Moreno's now on at first with Midget at second. And Nathan Cruz, the hitter, first pitch swinging. Cruz, sliding stop. They try to go to first. The throw is high. Runner breaks for the plate. And the tag is not in time. Midget snuck in around the tag of Romero. 1-0 Ravens on a wild sequence. Cruz with an infield single. Landon Midget never stopped running. The throw beat him to the plate, but Midget able to slide around the tag. 1-0 Coffeyville. And an error, a hit batter, and an infield single is how the Ravens manufacture a run. So Rhodes has a quick little pep talk with the catcher, Breck Romero. And now he'll go to work against Wyatt Pace. 1-0 Coffeyville. Butler trying to keep it there. Moreno at third, Cruz at first. First pitch. And Cruz takes off. They bluffed the throw, and Cruz will kind of gallop his way into second there. Stolen base for Nathan Cruz, second and third here. And a Wyatt Pace hit here could make it potentially a 3-0 Raven lead. Rhodes, the freshman, trying to work his way out of trouble. The 0-1, fouled off, 0-2. Ravens have momentum from game 1. I'm sure everybody in that dugout wants to finish this series off here today. Control your own destiny. 0-2 pitch. And Pace fights it off. Rhodes went to that slider off the plate away. Whit Rhodes. A 2-out rally's given the Ravens a lead. The 0-2 pitch. And that one blocked nicely by Romero. 1-2. Midget had a little pop-up that just found the perfect spot on the field off the glove of Jack LeMasters. And then Moreno, we presume, was hit by a pitch. Followed by an infield single by Nathan Cruz and an unbelievable slide by Midget. Pace is down on strikes, and the inning comes to an end. But the Ravens do scratch across a run after 1. Coffeyville 1, Butler 0. Second inning starts in 90 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Top two, Ravens lead at 1-0 here at Walter Johnson Park. Jackson Wagoner working against Alex Kester, and the 0-1 pitch is lifted. And Carson Miller coming in. Tough, tricky little fly ball there, but Miller makes the catch. One down. As we saw in that bottom of the first, no pop-up is guaranteed here at Walter Johnson Park. But Carson Miller able to make that catch for the first out here in the second.
Now batting number 16, Brant Beebe.
That'll bring up the designated hitter, Brant Beebe. First pitch, Wagoner, and foul ball. Jackson Wagoner's done a really nice job getting ahead in the count so far here today. 0-1 here from Wagoner. The pitch. On the outside edge, 0-2. Bo Schenkel plays at Johnson County. 0-2 pitch is hit to left center field. Miller again coming in and sliding. He's got it. The Red Ravens have played some outstanding defense this weekend. There's a nice sliding catch by Carson Miller.
Now batting for Butler, number 7, Amarion Saylor.
Two quick outs here for Jackson Wagoner in the second inning. He looks for a 1-2-3 inning. He'll go up against Amarion Saylor. Saylor in game one of our series ended up drawing a walk. And ball one inside. Tried to front door that slider. Didn't miss by much. One-0 pitch on the outside edge, strike one. Feels like Wagoner has a pretty good feel of the strike zone early in this game. Wagoner entered today with the third best ERA in the Jayhawk Conference at a 2.93. That one grounded to third. Jarnigan's got it. On to first. 1-2-3 they go against Jackson Wagoner. We go bottom two. Ravens 1, Butler nothing. Bottom two, Ravens coming up to bat. We're back in 90 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
On the second inning, third baseman, number 28, Cooper Jarnigan.
Cooper Jarnigan leads off the bottom of the second. First pitch a strike from Whit Rhodes. 1-0 Ravens our score. Jackson Wagoner through two scoreless innings. Ravens scratched across the two-out run in the first on an infield single by Nathan Cruz. 0-1 here from Rhodes. And nicely located fastball, 0-2. Rhodes got two strikeouts in that opening inning. He does have swing and miss stuff, absolutely. 0-2. And that one fought off by Cooper Jarnigan. Jarnigan had a big 2-run single yesterday in the 5th inning that made it 4-1 Ravens. Really felt like that kind of kicked the door open a little bit. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball up. And 1-2. Excuse me. Rhodes is just a true freshman. If he comes back for his sophomore year, I could see this being one of the best pitchers in the league. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Jarnigan ropes it, but it's caught by the shortstop Ellison. One down on a nice play there by the Butler defense.
Now batting for Coffeyville, catcher number 7, Ethan Gillespie.
We've seen some really good defense in this series from both teams. I feel like there have been a lot of really good plays. Diving catches, short hops. Both these teams very defensively sound. Bacon in center, Miller in left. Raven outfield's about as good as it gets defensively. Ball 1 to Ethan Gillespie on a slider off the plate away. Happy to report that Andrew Elrod did spell Grizzlies correct today. Listen, I also forgot how many outs there were in the 6th inning yesterday, so if I'm going to dish it, I can take it too. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Thank you. You jumped the gun. I was getting there. 2-0 pitch. Gillespie takes strike 1. Obviously, I want to take a moment here between pitches to congratulate all the Raven and Butler athletes that'll be graduating here this weekend. That one's skied by Gillespie. I don't know if Butler's graduation's this weekend, but congratulations to all the Butler athletes graduating. That one caught in foul ground by Kester. 2 outs as Gillespie is retired.
Now batting for the Red Ravens, left fielder number 2, Carson Miller.
That brings up Carson Miller. Miller made a nice sliding catch in left field in that top half of the 2nd. First pitch to Carson Miller. And he's jumping on that first pitch. Grounder to Rasmussen, and a nice bounce back inning from Whit Rhodes. Ravens go down 1-2-3. We're off to inning number 3. Ravens 1, Butler nothing. We're back in 90 seconds here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network.
Leading off for Butler in the top of the 3rd inning, number 6, Jack Lemasters.
Ravens back on the mound here to start the 3rd inning. Jackson Wagner pitching with a 1-0 lead over the Butler Grizzlies. Shea Neal with you here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Lemasters. Each pitcher had a 1-2-3 2nd inning. Ravens scratched across a 2-out run in the 1st. That's where we sit here. Both pitchers have looked sharp early on, however. That one just off the outside corner, 1-1. Very similar to how Game 1 started, where both crossed out and Shane Holman looked good for the first 4 or 5 innings, and then the Ravens were able to break through in the middle innings. Both pitchers look like they've settled in here in this one. 2-1, that one outside to LeMasters. LeMasters did not play in game one. On the season, he hit 200. He only played in 7 games. So this is a guy with not a ton of at-bats to his name this year. And he's ahead in the count, 3-1. Wagner's kept the walks under control for the most part this year. He's only walked 15 guys in 58 1/3 innings. 3-1 here. And he does walk LeMasters to start the third. First base runner for the Butler Grizzlies since Caleb Nye reached in the first. And now we go back to the top of the order with Jackson Ellison. Wagner throws that sinker, gets a good amount of ground balls. I'm sure he's thinking about maybe getting a double play here. Ravens turned a nice double play in the 8th inning yesterday. Wouldn't mind getting one here against the Butler shortstop. First pitch to Ellison, showing bunt, and Butler maybe trying to work around that potential double play. Foul off 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to the Butler shortstop, Jackson Ellison. Ellison grounded out to first on the first pitch he saw in the ballgame. On the inside corner, and Wagner quickly ahead, 0-2. Did not show bunt on that second pitch. Rose stands on deck. He singled his first time up, and then, of course, you have the dangerous Rasmussen in that 3 spot. That one spiked, and Gillespie couldn't get it, and he's going to go all the way to third base. A heads-up base running there from LeMasters. And a walk and a wild pitch. All of a sudden, the tying run at third, nobody out here in the top half of the 3rd inning. So now you go from thinking double play ball to now Jackson Wagner thinking he's going to try and get a swing and miss here against Ellison. Keep that runner at third base. 1-2 pitch. Wagner to the plate. That one lined to center field. Bacon got a decent jump, but it is going to fall in, a base hit. And Bacon did throw home, and runner is safe. Up to second goes Ellison. This game is tied. So an RBI single for Jackson Ellison. Plates LeMasters.
Now batting for Butler, number 4, Jaden Rose.
And we are tied at 1, and now Jackson Wagner has to try and limit the damage. Butler, of course, their season on the line here today. They got to win to keep it going. So Coffeyville knew they were going to get Butler's best shot here today. And a couple good at-bats here to start the 3rd inning. This game is tied. Ball 1 to Jaden Rose. Wagner, runner on second, nobody out. To the plate, and up and away, 2-0. Now Gillespie wants to have a mound visit. The normally very, very high command Jackson Wagner has already walked 1 and has thrown 7 pitches out of the strike zone here in this 3rd inning. Two balls, no strikes to Rose. Wagner has his sign. The pitch. Off the outside corner, 3-0. That Butler dugout getting loud as the Grizzlies feel a big rally here in the 3rd inning. 3-0. Wagner just trying to find the plate. And he does, strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike to the Butler 2-hole hitter, Wagoner. To the plate and now steps off and checks on the runner. Cooper Rasmussen stands on deck. Three-one pitch. Popped him up. Midget out, Cruz out, Bacon in, and the center fielder takes control. He's got it, 1 down. Big out there for Jackson Wagoner. It's the first out of the third, and now here's Rasmussen.
Number 13, Cooper Rasmussen.
And the Ravens got Rasmussen to line out to center his first time up. But with first base open, I'd almost think about just walking him. Such a dangerous hitter. It feels like he's kind of due for that big swing. First pitch, big cut, and a miss at a changeup. That was the recipe for Cross Dowd yesterday, was that off-speed, down and away. That got the swings and misses from Rasmussen, and Wagoner with a nice changeup there. Did the Ravens maybe find a hole in the swing of the Butler star? 0-1 pitch, and he hit him. So it'll be runners on first and second, 1 out. 3 of the first 4 hitters this inning for Butler have reached.
Number 44, Caleb Nye.
And here's Caleb Nye, who was hit by a pitch his first time up. Wagoner hit 9 batters in the regular season. He's hit 2 here today. First pitch, Nye muscles it out to center. Bacon was in right center field. What an effort to run that down. How on earth did he get to that ball? That was the speed of Eric Bacon on full display. He started in right center field and caught that ball about 5 steps behind second base. I didn't think he had a chance to get to that ball. So 2 on, 2 outs, and now Wagoner with a chance to limit the damage to just 1 run. First pitch here to Romero, the catcher. Breaking ball and a good one from Wagoner. Slider's been pretty good for Jackson today. It's been the fastball sometimes that he hasn't been able to locate over the plate. 0-1. And another slider, that one poked to center. Bacon trying to get in again. This one's going to fall. Bacon will throw to third. The throw is there. Butler has the lead. But the final out is recorded. It's an RBI single for Romero. It gives Butler a 2-1 lead, but a heads-up play by Eric Bacon to limit the damage and stop the inning right there. We go bottom 3, Grizzlies 2, Ravens 1. We're back in 90 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Eric Bacon swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. Ravens now trail 2-1 after the Butler Grizzlies scratched 2 runs across in the top of the third. Again, with a win, the Ravens punch their ticket to the Final 8 in Wichita. With a win for Butler, we would have a winner-take-all Game 3 tomorrow. Bacon fouls that one off, 0-2. Whit Rhodes has really settled into a groove. Ravens got a 2-out run off of him in the first, in part thanks to an error on a drop pop-up. But since then, Rhodes has really been excellent, showcasing that premier stuff that we saw. That one grounded to second. It's LeMasters on to first in time, 1 down. And ever since the Nathan Cruz RBI single, that's now 5 in a row sat down by Whit Rhodes. Outside with a changeup, ball 1 to Colton Rudy. One ball, no strikes. And Rudy fouls it off. One pitch. Rhodes has his sign and fires. Swing and a foul tip. 1-2. Rhodes has done a nice job working ahead in the count. Butler bullpen. Swing and a miss. Nice slider there from Rhodes. Second time today, Rudy struck out. 2 down here in the third. The Butler bullpen is a little bit of a question mark, so I'm sure the Ravens also
now batting for Coffeyville, second baseman, number 14, Landon Midget.
hoping they can get Rhodes out of the game and work against this Butler bullpen. Here's Landon Midget. Reached on an error, scored a run. And he's hit by a pitch for the 3rd time this weekend. That is the 3rd time Landon Midget has been hit by a pitch.
Now batting for the Red Ravens, number 31, Sean Moreno.
Landon was hit, let's see, 10 times in the regular season. Leading the team in hit by pitches was Rudy, Midget, and Pace. They all were tied. Midget's got the lead now. Throw over to first, Landon back in time. Rudy was hit yesterday too, but now Midget has a comfortable 2-hit lead. So now it's Sean Moreno, runner at first, 2 outs. Bottom 3, Butler leads it 2-1. Upstairs, ball 1. First time up, Sean Moreno, would you guess it? Hit by a pitch. One ball, no strikes. Midget off of first. Pitch to Moreno. Breaking ball and a good one, strike. Rhodes has his sign. Facing the Raven cleanup hitter. Moreno grounded to second. LeMasters flips it short side to short. And the inning comes to an end. Ravens get a 2-out base runner, but they cannot score. We're a third of the way through this one. Butler 2, Coffeyville 1. 4th inning starts in 90 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. 2-1 Butler as we start the fourth inning. It's Alex Kester at the plate. And it's 1-1 here from Jackson Wagoner. Shea Neal with you here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Butler needs to win to force a game 3. That one grounded foul. Coffeyville with a win would sweep the series and advance to the final 8. Which, it's been a while since the Ravens have done that. Wagoner gave up 2 in that third inning, but it could have been much worse. Some great defense behind him. He'll look to put up a 0 here in the fourth. That's a good start. Fly ball to right. Rudy's got it. 1 down. First down here in the fourth.
Now batting for Butler, number 16, Brant Beebe.
That'll bring up Brant Beebe. Sun's starting to poke its head out on the third base side of Walter Johnson Park. We could have some pop-up showers as we move into the later stages of this game. That one belted. Carson Miller tries to run it down. He'll get there. 2 outs. Beebe absolutely tattooed that baseball, but right at Carson Miller.
Now batting for Butler, number 7, Amarion Saylor.
That'll bring up Saylor. This was the part of the order that Wagoner did have a 1-2-3 inning against in the second. Kester, Beebe, and Saylor. He'll look to do the same again here. First pitch to Saylor, a strike. Oh, 1, 2 outs here in the fourth. Wagoner's pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 on Amarion Saylor. So Wagoner 1 pitch away from a 1-2-3 inning. Wagoner has his sign. Kicks and fires. And that one blocked by Gillespie. 1-2. Wagoner got a pair of fly balls. He'll look to end the inning here against the 8-hole hitter for the Grizzlies in the pitch. And again blocked by Gillespie. 2-2. First pitch today was at 2:57, so we're approaching being a full hour into this one. Wagoner, 2-2 pitch. That one lifted to center, and that's going to kind of sneak into no man's land and land outside the glove of Midget. So Saylor has a 2-out bloop single. That's the 4th hit of the day for Butler.
Now batting for Butler, number 6, Jack LeMasters.
That'll bring up Jack LeMasters. Check over on the runner at first. Masters drew a walk his first time up. Another check over at first. Saylor back in time. Saylor is one of the better runners on this Butler team. 16 stolen bases on the year. This Butler team doesn't run a ton, but Saylor's one of the guys that will go. Not going on that one. It's muscled to short. Cruz will set the feet. Fire to first in time. And a nice bounce back inning for Jackson Wagoner. We're through 3.5. Butler 2, Coffeyville 1. Ravens coming up to bat in the bottom of the 4th. We're back in 90 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Nathan Cruz leads off the bottom of the fourth. Ravens down 2-1. Whit Rhodes back on the mound here for the Butler Grizzlies. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And Cruz fouls that back. Cloud County and Labette County are tied at 2. They are in another weather delay. They were in a 2-hour weather delay yesterday. They're in another weather delay today. I feel very, very sad for those teams, as well as my good friend Austin McNorton, as Cruz hit by the 0-2 pitch. Another Raven plunked. And a leadoff man on. But Austin McNorton, the voice of Cloud County, good friend of mine, and we know from the Johnson County series that sitting in the press box in a weather delay is not fun. So the fact that he's had to do it back-to-back days, I do feel bad for him. But hopefully that Cloud County game, Labette game, they get that game back underway here in just a moment. So far, fingers crossed, knocked on the wooden table in here, fellas, but we've been able to avoid the weather here in Coffeyville. Pace showing bunt, pulls back, ball 1. And it's interesting to see this. Wyatt Pace has been a quality hitter for this team all year long, but you see him show bunt here, and I think that's respect by the Ravens towards Whit Rhodes. They know it's going to be tough to score on this guy, and they're going to try and play some small ball and see if they can get him into a tough situation. Pace showing bunt again. Check over at first. Cruz back. I had in my notes, I did take notes, so if my mom or my former teachers are listening, yes, I am capable of taking notes. But Whit Rhodes, just his arsenal of pitches, I thought the numbers were very misleading. And what we've seen so far through 3 innings, this is a really good pitcher. Pace gets the bunt down. Cruz takes off. It's a sacrifice for Wyatt Pace, and the Ravens have a runner in scoring position.
Now batting for the Red Ravens, number 28, Cooper Jarnigan.
Got to bring up Cooper Jarnigan, who had a big base hit yesterday. Jarnigan lined out to shortstop his first time up. Jarnigan's been a really nice find for Jake Martin in this baseball team. A true freshman. He's been playing third base. He played some shortstop when Nathan Cruz was unavailable earlier this year. He's a good hitter. This is a nice baseball player for this program. First pitch here, Jarnigan takes ball 1 outside. Tell you what, this is a very competitive conference, of course. Johnson County, Cali, KCK. Jake Martin's always found some good players. He recruits well. Especially hitters. Recruits hitters very well. 1-0 pitch. And on the inside corner, a generous strike. Looked like that might have been in a little bit, but gets the call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ravens only have 1 hit today, but they've been hit by a pitch 3 times. And a breaking ball there. Jarnigan lifts it to right. Falling, and it's going to land foul. Every single time we see the ball up in the air today, you don't know. We saw in that top of the 4th, it didn't end up hurting Jackson Wagoner, but Butler got a hit. Amarion Saylor on a little bleeder that just fell right behind Landon Midget. So with the wind blowing out to right center today and just hitting the ball up in the air, that could work for a rally. We saw the Ravens score a run because of that in the first inning. Butler scored 2 in the 3rd. They lead it 2-1. That's where we sit right here, right now. 1-2 pitch. Jarnigan to right, and that's through. Base hit. They wave around the runner, Nathan Cruz. This game is tied. Another clutch hit from Cooper Jarnigan. Got under the glove of Jack LeMasters.
Number 7, Ethan Gillespie.
Small ball pays off for Jake Martin. You get a base runner, you bunt him over, and Jarnigan delivers the clutch knock. We're tied at 2. That brings up Ethan Gillespie. That's a really nice piece of hitting. Runner on first, 1 out, tie game at 2. First pitch, and Gillespie to right, sinking, base hit. Back-to-back hits for the Ravens. They went 3 1/3 innings, only having 1 hit, and Jarnigan and Gillespie with back-to-back knocks.
Number 2, Carson Miller.
And now a mound visit is Whit Rhodes starting to maybe fatigue a little bit. This is a true freshman. He's thrown a lot of innings for this team. When you get to this point of the year, it's not just fatigue for this certain game. It's fatigue from the season. When you've thrown 40, 50 innings, you're tired. And maybe Whit Rhodes starting to lose a little bit of command, and the Ravens taking advantage of it with back-to-back hits. I will also, though, call it like I see it. Whit Rhodes has been very good today. Very good. And I don't know what his future holds at Butler. I don't know if he's coming back for his sophomore year. If he is, congratulations to Butler. You've got one of the best pitchers in the league. What we've seen this week, Shane Holman, a redshirt freshman, and Whitley Rhodes, a true freshman. You get those two guys back, all of a sudden you've probably got 2 top 10 pitchers in this conference. Very similarly to what the Ravens had this year with Crosstown and Jackson Wagoner. So now it's Carson Miller. Carson Miller hit 400 in the month of April. He was on base 2 more times yesterday. This is the 9-hole hitter for the Ravens, but he's red hot. First pitch from Rhodes. Swing and a miss. Looks like he went with the off-speed there. It looked like a changeup. A well-located changeup is my favorite pitch in baseball. You can't do anything with it. 0-1 from Rhodes. Comes to the plate. And popped up. Rhodes gives way. It'll be the third baseman, Rasmussen, making the catch. 2 down.
Now batting for Coffeyville, number 4, Eric Bacon.
Now this is an interesting situation here if you're the Red Ravens. 2 on, 2 out, tie game at 2, and your Conference Player of the Year candidate, Eric Bacon, coming to the plate. We've talked about how Rasmussen was maybe due for a big moment. Eric Bacon's due for a big moment, too. Can he deliver right here for the Red Ravens? Whit Rhodes, the freshman, against Eric Bacon, one of the best hitters in the conference. First pitch grounded foul. And you can tell in that first swing, Bacon, he's not trying to be patient. He's getting a pitch, and he's going to try to drive it. Colton Rudy stands on deck, but right now it's Eric Bacon in a big spot. 2 on, 2 outs. Tie game in the 5th. Pardon me, tie game in the 4th. Outside, 1-1. That's back-to-back days. Yesterday I got outs wrong. Today I got innings wrong, so. Not throwing a perfect game up here in the press box. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball away. Got Bacon to swing under it. 1-2. Bacon's flied out to left, grounded out to second. Whit Rhodes has pitched a really nice game. Ravens have taken advantage of maybe the only 2 opportunities they've had so far. 1-2. That one to left center field. Long run for Nye. Diving Nye. Got it. A diving catch. Caleb Nye keeps this game tied. We've seen the Raven defense make some big plays. Now it's the Butler defense making a big play. We're through 4. Tie game at 2 as the Ravens get a run, but they're robbed of more. Let's go to the 5th. 2-2. We're back in 90 seconds.
Jackson Ellison.
Two-two our score as we start the fifth inning here in Game 2 of the Plains District Tournament. Butler and Coffeyville. Ravens with a win clinch the series. Butler trying to force a Game 3 tomorrow. That one fouled back by Jackson Ellison. 1-1 here from Jackson Wagner. It's the battle of the Jacksons. So far, it's 1-1. Wagner got him in the first inning. Ellison got a base hit his last time up. So this is the very important third round. Wagner put up a 0 in the fourth, looking to make it another 0 here in the fifth. Outside, 2-1. Ravens manufactured a run in that fourth inning after Cruz was hit by a pitch, a nice bunt by Wyatt Pace, and then an RBI single for Cooper Jarnigan. Jarnigan's driven in 3 runs this weekend. 2-1. Off the outside corner, 3-1. Bang, bang call. Butler got their rally going in the third on a leadoff walk. Wagner in danger of walking the leadoff man here in the fifth, and he does. Second walk of the day issued by Jackson Wagner. And Butler has the leadoff man on. Here comes Jaden Rose. No activity in the Raven bullpen. Butler does have a guy stretching, not actively throwing. So Wagner working against Rose here. Top 5, runner on first, nobody out. First pitch, ground ball, and Cruz can't get it. It's down for a base hit. Second hit of the day for Rose, and Butler threatening. 2 on, nobody out. And here comes Cooper Rasmussen. Rasmussen's lined out to center and been hit by a pitch. That was the 5th hit of the day for the Butler Grizzlies.
Number 13, Rasmussen.
Wagner trying to walk the tightrope. Rasmussen shows bunt. It's a really good one, and it stays fair. Bunt single, Cooper Rasmussen, and the bases are loaded for the Butler Grizzlies. That's a picture-perfect bunt right there.
Number 44, Caleb Nye.
Now a mound visit here with Coach Mitz and Jackson Wagner. And will Coach Martin start to get Caleb Peak, Hayden Arterburn, who's going to be the guy he gets hot first? Looks like it's Arterburn down there that's going to take off the coat first. That is indeed number 20, Hayden Arterburn, that is beginning to just took off that jacket and just starting to loosen up. So by no means ready to come into this game, but it looks like that's going to be Coach Martin's first weapon of choice out of the bullpen. Arterburn, you look at his numbers, and he has an ERA of 7.6, but he has 29 strikeouts in 15 innings, and in his last month, ERA is 4. So he's pitching his best baseball right now. Wagner, though, will try to walk the tightrope. It's Caleb Nye. Bases loaded, nobody out. Ball 1. Nye made an outstanding diving catch to rob Eric Bacon and keep this game tied. Could have very easily been a 2-run double for Bacon. 1-0. Ball 2. Butler's trying to kick the door down. Jackson Wagner trying to play damage control. Both teams have the bullpen starting to stir for the first time in Game 2. Strike 1. Butler playing for their season here today. They have to win. Ravens don't have to win. They would love to win, though, and not have to play a Game 3 tomorrow. 2-1. Ground ball, foul. If you're Jackson Wagner here, would you rather get the strikeout or the double play? Two-two, big pitch here. Breaking ball fouled off. Went to that slider. Jackson Wagner entered today the third best ERA in the Jayhawk Conference. Credit to Butler. They've put some really good at-bats together against him. This game tied at 2 here in the 5th. Butler threatening. Breaking ball popped up. Wagner gives way. It's caught by Jarnigan. How about a pop-up? That'll help. 1 down. All the runners have to stay put. Now you're looking for that double play. Here's Breck Romero, the catcher. He's grounded out to the catcher and singled his last time up. 1 out. Bases loaded, 1 out. First pitch. And a high fly ball. Carson Miller on the run. Miller has it lined up, makes the catch, runner tags. Jarnigan slows it down. It's a sacrifice fly. Butler has the lead. So Romero does deliver and drives in Ellison. Moving to third is Rose. It's a sacrifice fly. 2 outs in the inning. 3-2 Grizzlies.
Now batting for Butler, number 12, Alex Kester.
Two outs. And Wagner trying to keep it to just a 1-run inning here for Butler. Ball 1 to Alex Kester, who's flied out twice. Hayden Orderburn is the man getting loose in the Raven bullpen. Breaking ball, a strike. And you see this a lot with runners at third base. Jaden Rose taking a huge lead and almost running down the line, trying to get Wagner off his delivery. 1-1 pitch. That one grounded foul. One and two, Wagner trying to get out of the inning. The pitch off the edge with a slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is the part of the order Wagner's had the most success against, as he tries to hold the Butler Grizzlies to 1 run. 2-2. Breaking ball and just missed. Dirk Andrews not a fan of the call. Andrew Elrod takes a look at it on freeze frame here on our stream. That's close, maybe a little up. Swing and a miss on a slider. Wagner with a big strikeout. Butler loaded the bases with nobody out. They only get 1. Nice damage control from Jackson Wagner. We're halfway through. Butler 3, Coffeyville 2. Bottom 5 starts in 90 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. 3-2, Butler takes the lead as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Ball one to Colton Rudy facing Whit Rhodes. Rudy struck out twice here today. Butler loaded the bases with nobody out in that top of the fifth, but with a pop-up, a sacrifice fly, and then a strikeout, Jackson Wagoner able to hold the Grizzlies to just one run. Ravens down 3-2, and now it's 2-0 on Rudy. Rudy, Midget, Moreno. This three in the order have done a lot of damage this season. Can they deliver here in the bottom of the fifth? Three 3-0 from Rhodes. And now Butler has a reliever actively throwing down there in the bullpen. Andrew Elrod with the camera work trying to get us that's a right-hander. 4-pitch walk, Rudy is on. Tying run reaches for the Red Ravens.
Now batting for the Red Ravens, second baseman, number 14, Landon Midget.
Andrew Elrod trying to get a number on that pitcher right there. Guys we haven't seen in this series yet, Zach Merkin, Cage Ralston. It's 14. That's going to be 14 or 24. I don't have a 14 on their pitching staff. We'll see. Now it's Landon Midget. Runner on first, nobody out. Ball one outside. That's now 5 straight out of the zone here from Whit Rhodes. And you're starting to see that fatigue set in a little bit. A guy that's been really pinpoint all day, starting to pull it a little bit. 1-0, Rhodes. And there he finds the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. So it is 14 warming up in the Butler bullpen. That is Dayton Pelfrey. 1-1 is a strike. And Rhodes works his way ahead of Midget. There's Pelfrey. Okay, I see him now. 12 appearances on the year, and 11.4 ERA for the pitcher, Pelfrey. He's the one who's getting loose in the Butler pen. 1-2 here from Rhodes. Breaking ball popped up, and it'll get out of play. Landon Midget's had a nice series. It feels like he's been on every time he's come to the plate. Whether it be a walk, a hit by pitch. It's 1-2. We just talked to Coach Martin earlier this year about Landon Midget. Of course, he's just a guy that doesn't do anything flashy, but he just shows up every day and does the little things. 1-2 again, and ball 2, and the ball got away from the catcher Romero. Rudy in a scoring position. They tried to do a pitch out, and the catcher couldn't handle it. So the Ravens don't even have to lay down the sacrifice this time. It's a runner in second, nobody out. Rhodes, 2-2 to Midget. Midget, Moreno, Cruz. That's the next 3 up with Rudy on second. The pitch. Midget, ground ball. Rasmussen, nice play. Forces the runner back, 1 down. So Midget is retired, and a nice heads-up play there by Rasmussen to hold Rudy at second. That'll bring up Moreno. Just 3 hits for the Ravens today, compared to 6 for Butler. But the Ravens with a chance to tie or take the lead. First pitch to Moreno. Hit well to left. Is it going to stay fair? It is caught in foul ground. Rudy has to go back. Running that down was Saylor in left. And a heck of a play, 2 down.
Now batting for Coffeyville, shortstop, number 8, Nathan Cruz.
Moreno hit that ball hard. That was pretty close to the wall down there in left, and Saylor had to go into foul ground. I think he might have had to slide to get that ball too. And again, just both of these teams playing really good defense this weekend. This week. I keep forgetting it's a Thursday. 2 outs, runner on second. Now Nathan Cruz tasked with trying to tie this game up. Strike one from Rhodes. We saw Wagner walk the tightrope in the top half. Now Rhodes, after the leadoff walk, with a chance to not allow a run. And he'd be in line for the win if he can get through this 5th inning. Strike two. Cruz has singled and been hit by a pitch. 0-2, 2 outs. Whit Rhodes looking to get through 5. That one grounded. Second baseman LeMasters, and he bobbled it, and everybody's safe. I'm going to chalk that up as an infield hit for Cruz.
Now batting for the Red Ravens, first baseman, number 10, Wyatt Pace.
It was a bang-bang play. Our scoreboard called it an error. It was bang-bang. He had to go to his left. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, say that was a hit. Well, we had 2 up there for a moment. So it's runners on the corners here for Wyatt Pace. I'm going to say infield hit. That's I'm not an official scorekeeper, but he had to go to his left. It was a tough play. Could it have been an error? Sure. But I'm a generous guy. First pitch to Pace is a strike. Throw down to second, and the Ravens now they're going to get back in time. Butler was just making sure Rudy didn't break for the plate. So it's 0-1 on Pace. The Ravens were trying to intentionally get into a run down there. But Butler not biting. 0-1 to Pace. Pace has struck out, had a sacrifice his last time up. The 0-1 pitch. And that one hard hit. First baseman knocks it down. And the inning is over. So the Ravens threaten, but do not score. We're through 5. Butler 3. And Coffeyville 2. We're back with the 6th inning in 90 seconds here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. She's a wimp. Top 6. Ravens trail 3-2, and Jackson Wagner jumps ahead 0-2 on the designated hitter, Brant Beebe. (0-2) here from Wagner. And a slider low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Butler scored 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th. Ravens scored 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 4th. 1-2 here from Wagner. The pitch. Pop foul. It'll be Beebe, Saylor, and LeMasters. One-two again from Jackson Wagner. And started to go on the slider. Did he go? He did not. He held up, 2-2. Two-two pitch from Jackson Wagner. That one grounded to shortstop. Nathan Cruz sets the feet, fires, got him. One down. That's a very strong throw from Nathan Cruz.
Now batting for Butler.
And one down here in the sixth. So Beebe now 0 for 3. And here's a Marion Saylor. Wagner, swing and a miss. Oh, and 1 here from Wagner. Breaking ball and a good one, 0-2. Jackson Wagner trying to quickly retire the first 2 here in the 6th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wagner, 1-2. Started to go again, held up, 2-2. LeMasters on deck. Wagner trying to have an easy 6th inning with the Ravens down 1. Ravens have both Peak and Arterburn loosening down in the bullpen. That one low, 3-2. Wagner's walked 2 today. He's also hit 2. Big pitch here, full count, 1 out. Wagner. Ground ball, and Cruz going to be a tough play, sets the feet. Heck of a play by Nathan Cruz, and a stretch by Wyatt Pace. 2 down. Butler's had the last couple sparklers in the field. Coffeyville with a nice play there. That's a play that really only a shortstop can make. You got to have ridiculous range and arm strength to do that. Going to his right, setting the feet. Ball 1 to LeMasters. So now Wagner looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He's only had 1-1-2-3 inning today. That one fouled off. Three runs, 6 hits for the Butler Grizzlies. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Red Ravens. Breaking ball just missed. 2-1. Two-one pitch. On the outside edge, 2-2. I'm going to be real. I mean, I don't have the front of the plate view. That looked further outside than the breaking ball did. 2-2 pitch. Liner and a base hit for Jack LeMasters. 2-out single for Butler, their 7th hit of the day. And it moves it back to the top of the lineup for Ellison.
Butler, number 5, Jackson Ellison.
Ellison's grounded out to first, singled and walked. He scored 2 runs today. Wagner's been through 5 2/3. He will try to get through the 6th. First pitch popped. Cooper Jarnigan gives it a look. Jarnigan has it lined up. He's got it. Inning over. Jackson Wagoner puts up a 0 in the 6th. Let's go bottom 6. Ravens down 3-2. We're back in 90 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Bottom 6, Red Ravens down 3-2. And it's Cooper Jarnigan leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Ravens against Whit Rhodes, still out there for Butler. Strike 1. Rhodes has been excellent for Butler when they really needed him to be. One and one, that one upstairs. Jackson Wagoner, I don't think was at his best today. I think definitely had some rare command issues at times. But he did what good pitchers do. He kept his team in position to win the game. Ravens down just a run here in the 6th. Breaking ball inside, 2-1. Both teams have their bullpens active. The leash for both starters pretty short here at this point of the game. 2-1. Whit Rhodes. Ravens have gotten the leadoff man on in each of the last 2 innings. And that one outside, 3-1. With a win, the Ravens sweep the series. Butler trying to force a winner-take-all game tomorrow at 1 o'clock. 3-1 pitch. Rhodes has his sign. That one hard hit. Jarnigan, base hit. Stay red hot, Cooper Jarnigan.
Now batting for the Red Ravens catcher, number 7, Ethan Gillespie.
If we, whether we play tomorrow or whether the Ravens move on in the postseason, Jake Martin, I don't know who you move down in the order, but he might have to think about moving Jarnigan up. This guy just gets clutch hits. Leadoff man is on. Tying run is on. Now it's Ethan Gillespie showing bunt, ball 1. Butler continues to loosen the right-hander Dayton Pelfrey, while the Ravens have Arterburn and Peak both loosening in their bullpen. Gillespie bunts it foul, 1-1. That bunt foul had more distance on it than some of the pop-ups we've had today. That was a hard hit foul ball right there. It takes some effort to get some power on a bunt. 1-1 here to Gillespie. Jarnigan off of first. The pitch. And popped up again, 1-2. Nice catch, Jart. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't catch it. I was hoping it would hit the window siding. Just to Maybe scare everybody up here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gillespie. Jarnigan at first. Outside, 2-2. Jarnigan with the leadoff single. Ravens have 5 hits today against Whit Rhodes, but they trail 3-2. A tying run at first base. Ravens will look to tie and even take the lead here in the bottom of the 6th. And Gillespie calls time. Still waiting for that big hit from Eric Bacon. Still waiting for that big hit from Cooper Rasmussen. Do one of those players maybe win this game here in the later innings? 2-2 to Gillespie. The pitch. That one to right center field, playable. It's Jaden Rose, and he lines it up and makes the catch. 1 down. Jarnigan back to first. First out here in the 6th. And now Carson Miller. Carson Miller, he's grounded out and popped up. Here's another guy that might be due for a big hit. First pitch, Miller to left. Well hit, drifting foul. Loud strike, but Miller pieced that one. Keep it fair. 3-2 Butler. Whit Rhodes has gone 5 1/3 excellent innings for the Grizzlies. Tying run at first for the Ravens, the 0-1. Bunt shown, Miller got it down foul. Oh, 0-2 to Carson Miller. That one outside, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first, 1 out. Rhodes to Miller. The pitch. Hit him. And Eric Bacon, the moment is his. 2-1, 1 out. I have never, I can't say never. It's rare that I've seen a player get that fired up to get hit by a pitch.
Number 4, Eric Bacon.
Carson Miller was ecstatic that that ball hit him. What do you feel about a double with some extra bacon? Mountain visit here for Butler. We've seen some sizzlers out in center from Bacon, but we have yet to see the big Bacon bomb, if you will. Whit Rhodes' day is done. New pitcher coming in for Butler. It's Dayton Pelfrey. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Eric Bacon at the plate. Ravens down a run. We're back in a minute here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Dayton Pelfrey, new pitcher for the Butler Grizzlies. After Whit Rhodes goes 5 1/3, allows 5 hits, ends up striking out 3, hits 4. Those are your early numbers on Whit Rhodes. And what was, I think, a very successful first playoff start for the freshman. But now it'll be the Butler bullpen tasked with trying to force a Game 3, and it starts with Pelfrey facing Eric Bacon. On the season, Pelfrey's been in 12 games, 6 starts, 28 1/3 innings, an 11.44 ERA. He's given up 50 hits. He does not walk many guys, only 8 walks. But he's given up 7 home runs in 28 1/3 innings. Eric Bacon, not a ton of home runs on this Red Raven team, but Bacon certainly has home run power. Hit 7 of them in the regular season. 2 on, 1 out. You've got Rhodes out of the game. This feels like the moment for the Red Ravens. 3-2. Pelfrey gets his sign. Bacon steps into the box. First pitch from the right-handed reliever. On the inside edge, strike 1. Bacon 0 for 3. Flat out to left, grounded out to second. Hit a nice line drive to left center. That was a diving catch by Caleb Nye. Would have been a 2-run double. Bacon potentially due for the Red Ravens. Ball 1. The saying goes, bring home the bacon, but right now the Ravens hoping that Bacon can bring home the others. 1-1 from Pelfrey. Fouled off. That's something Butler's done a nice job of today. Bacon swung at a 2-1 pitch in the first inning, but since then it was 0-2, 0-2, 1-2. They've done a great job getting ahead on the Ravens center fielder. 1-2 pitch here from Pelfrey. Bacon, grounded foul. It's not the worst thing in the world. A guy with Eric Bacon's speed to hit a little chopper like that, that's a tough play for a defense. Bacon finished the year 4th in the conference, 29 stolen bases. Dayton Pelfrey, the right-handed pitcher, in relief for the Butler Grizzlies, facing the Ravens' top hitter, Eric Bacon. Pitch, grounded foul. Something Jake Martin said to me on Tuesday before the or Monday, I should say, before the series got going. The later you get into a game, the more important every single out feels. And we've seen 3 straight foul balls here from Eric Bacon. This feels like an enormous part of the game. One team is going to grab a whole lot of momentum here in these next 2 outs. 1-2 to Bacon again. Pelfrey outside, 2-2. Similar to the 7th inning yesterday when Crosstown struck out Cooper Rasmussen. It feels like one of those moments where if Butler slams the door here, they feel really good. If Bacon gets the hit, the Ravens right back in it. Another foul ball. That one hurts right off the ankle of Eric Bacon. Bacon needs a minute. We will have an 8th pitch of this at-bat. It's a tough guy, man. Right back into the box. Two and 2. The runner at second is Jarnigan. The runner at first, Carson Miller. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming to Eric Bacon against Dayton Pelfrey. The pitch. Fouled back. That was a slider, and it hung a little bit. Bacon, timing was good, didn't quite piece it up. So here comes the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Bacon through the left side, base hit. Eric Bacon, big wave on. Here comes Jarnigan. He is safe. Ball's cut off. This game is tied. Eric Bacon might be getting some votes for Conference Player of the Year. That's one of his biggest hits of the year. We're tied at 3.
Now batting for the Red Ravens, right fielder, number 12, Colton Rudy.
When you need your star to step up, how about a 9-pitch at-bat and an opposite field base hit to tie the game? And now Colton Rudy drew a walk his last time up. Strike one. Landon Midget stands on deck. Ground ball here could be a double play for Butler. Ravens could take the lead with a hit. Tied at 3. Sun starts to shine. Blue skies here in Coffeyville. Oh, 1 Rudy. Rope to right. Down base hit. They wave around Carson Miller. Bacon to third for the first time in game 2 since the first inning. The Ravens have the lead. 4-3 here in the 6th.
Now batting for the Red Ravens second baseman, number 14, Landon Midget.
Bacon and Rudy. Back-to-back clutch knocks. Ravens have the lead. And now here's Landon Midget. Mr. Consistency. Mr. Does the little things. Well, he's got a chance to kick a door down right here. Landon's got home run power. He's hit 4 of them this year. Can he deliver the exclamation point? Pelfrey has his sign. Runners on the corners, 1 out. First pitch. Grounded foul. In this inning for the Red Ravens, single, fly ball, hit batter, single, single. 3 hits in this inning for Coffeyville already. 2 runs, they lead at 4-3. And now we're 9 outs away from potentially winning this series. Pelfrey, Midget, rocked. Tough hop, shortstop knocks it down, and everybody's safe. Bacon will score, 5-3 Ravens. RBI infield single for Landon Midget.
Now batting for the Red Ravens, number 31, Sean Burrito.
This top of the order has been so good all year. And when they really needed to step up, 3 consecutive really good at-bats here for Coffeyville. 5-3. Runners on first and second. That was a hit. That took a hop off the turf. You can't give him an air for that. It's a hit. It hit the edge of the turf and hopped up. Strike 1 to Sean Burrito. I'm almost positive that hit the edge of the turf and hopped up. Oh, 1 pitch from Pelfrey, and that one blocked. Runners now take off as he couldn't find it, and both runners move up. We said a few batters ago that this could be the inning, this could be the moment that one team really grabs a whole lot of momentum, and right now Coffeyville feeling really good with how this 6th inning's going. They lead at 5-3. They've got 2 more runs in scoring position for a man who drove in 4 runs yesterday in Sean Burrito. 1-1 to Burrito. Swing and a miss, high fastball, he chased it. Burrito was trying to make it 8-3 right there. He was aiming for El Poblito across the street. 1-2 pitch. Pelfrey still looking for his first out here in relief. He's given up 3 straight singles. Swing and a miss. Strikes out Burrito. 2 down.
Now batting for the Red Ravens shortstop, number 8, Nathan Cruz.
Cruz steps in. Cruz had an RBI single in the first inning. Got the Ravens a lead. First pitch, ball 1. Ravens didn't lead the Jayhawk Conference in many offensive categories. They did strike out the fewest out of every team, but just a team that was consistent, a team that did what they had to do to win games, did just enough in the batter's box all season long. Something that we have seen from the Reds, or the Red Ravens. I know, that's my fault. Red Ravens. The walk-off win over Johnson County. The walk-off win over KCK. This inning here today, they've been clutch. 2-0 to Cruz. That one up the middle. Cruz, base hit. Nathan Cruz, 2 runs will score. A 5-run sixth for the Red Ravens. And it's 7-3.
Now batting for Coffeyville, first baseman number 10, Wyatt Page.
Wait till I get my money right.
Now here's Wyatt Pace. Ravens have officially batted around here in this 6th inning, and what an inning it's been. Still got 9 outs to get on the mound, but this 6th inning could be an inning that's talked about in Coffeyville for years to come. Team that hosted their first playoff series in 9 years. 2-0 to Pace. A team that's come so close to getting out of the first round the last couple years, losing in Game 3. This could be a 48 hours that Red Raven baseball fans remember for a long time. 7-3, 2-0 on Wyatt Pace. 3-0. Pace has struck out, had a sacrifice, and grounded out to first. 3-0 pitch is a strike. 3-1. RBI singles for Bacon, Rudy, Midget, and a 2-run single for Nathan Cruz. Ravens have plated 5 in this 6th inning. 3-1 pitch, a strike. Full count, Cruz will be off with the pitch. Large gap in right center field. Runner goes, that's up the middle. Pace with a base hit. Cruz with the start, he will get to third. The hits keep on coming for Coffeyville. And they're on the corners for Cooper Jarnigan.
Third baseman number 28, Cooper Jarnigan.
7 runs, 10 hits now for Coffeyville. How about 6 hits this inning? And now a mound visit. Butler did have a pitcher warming in the bullpen. Not sure if they're making the move yet. I have not seen the sign. It'll be Ethan Gillespie, or excuse me, Cooper Jarnigan coming up here with Gillespie on deck. They will leave Pelfrey out there. (7-3) Ravens. Here's Jarnigan. First pitch, ball 1. One and 0 on Cooper Jarnigan. That one line. Jarnigan sliding, stopped by LeMasters, and the inning comes to an end. Nice play there by Butler. But damage is done. The Red Raven offense with one of their biggest innings of the year. How about 5 runs on 6 hits? 7-3 Coffeyville. We go to the 7th. We're back in 90 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. the heart of their order. They got to score here. Ravens plate 5 in the 6th. They lead at 7-3 here in the top of the 7th. Jackson Wagoner will face 2-3-4 in the Butler order. Jaden Rose, Cooper Rasmussen, and Caleb Nye. Swing and a miss, 1-1 to Rose, who's 2 for 3 today. Flat out to center and has a pair of singles. Ravens, of course, like we said, had big walk-off wins over Johnson County. KCK, big win over Cowley as well. That one flied to left. Carson Miller started in, now going back. It's continuing to drift, and he caught it on the warning track. Carson Miller lost the helmet again, or lost the hat again. So another $1 for Dirk Andrews in the pot. One down here in the 7th.
Number 13, Cooper Rasmussen.
Dirk got $1 for every time the Carson Miller's hat flew off. He'd be able to take fall semester off. Brings up Cooper Rasmussen, I should say. And if the Ravens can sit down hitters here in this next 3 innings, this could be the last time you have to face Rasmussen. 7-3, Ravens lead. First pitch, up and away, ball 1. Rasmussen lined out to center. He was hit by a pitch. He singled his last time up. This is a really good player. Even the one time the Ravens got him out today, that was scolded to right center field. That one popped. Jarnigan gives it a look. It's foul. But Coffeyville's had some big walk-off wins, some big come-from-behind wins in this park this year. That 5-run sixth felt like maybe the biggest inning of the year for the Red Ravens. Just what's on the line, what's at stake. When this team had to be clutch, they were about as clutch as it gets. 2-1 now to Rasmussen. The left-hander in the box against the right-hander Wagoner. On the outside corner, 2-2. Now again, what we said earlier, that what worked for Cross Dowd yesterday was a change-up down and away. Does Jackson Wagoner go to that pitch here? 2-2 to Rasmussen. Tried to go fastball on the outside corner. He missed outside. Full count. Not a bad pitch at all. Full count to Cooper Rasmussen. That one skied. It will stay in the ballpark. Eric Bacon has got it. 2 down. And again, I said it about 2 innings ago.
Now batting for Butler, number 44, Caleb Nye.
I said 2 innings ago it has not been the best day for Jackson Wagoner. We've seen a sharper Jackson Wagoner, but here he is 1 out away from going 7 innings and giving up 3 runs. I mean, this guy's just Mr. Rock Solid for Jake Martin. First pitch outside to Caleb Nye. Nye has been hit by a pitch. He's flied out to center. He's popped out to third. He's made a really nice diving catch in center field. 2-0. Arterburn and Peak. Looks like now there's only one Raven warming up down there. That might be Caleb Peak. I can't tell. 2-0, swing and a miss. That's another thing. We talked about the bats showing up in that last inning. Jake Martin talked about how experienced his starting rotation was, guys that have been here before. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball to third, and that'll stay and trickle foul. There you go, 2-2. But Jake Martin, one of the things he talked about was having the experience advantage on the pitching staff. 2 sophomores against a redshirt freshman and a true freshman. I think Butler's pitching staff pitched well over these last 2 games. But Cross Dowd and Jackson Wagoner, they pitched like sophomores here in this series. It's 2-2 to Caleb Nye. Breck Romero on deck. Now officially 2 hours into this one. Swing and a miss. Jackson Wagoner is fired up as he goes 7 strong for the Red Ravens. 7-3 Coffeyville at the stretch. Ravens 6 outs away from going on to the final 8. Let's go bottom 7. Ravens 7, Butler 3. We're back in 90 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Strike one from Dayton Pelfrey to Red Raven leadoff man here in the 7th inning, and that is Ethan Gillespie. 7-3 Coffeyville leads. Jackson Wagoner through 7 innings, a quality start. That one fouled back, 0-2. One and two. Now to Gillespie. And a swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Pelfrey. One down here in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting for Coffeyville, left fielder, number 2, Carson Miller.
Carson Miller, hard ground ball foul. 0-1. Oh, 0-1 here to Carson Miller. Miller at first. And here's Bacon again. Ball one. So after being hit by the pitch, Carson Miller at first. And it's 1-1 to Eric Bacon. Bacon fouls that one off. It's been overall a pretty frustrating series for Bacon at the plate, but I'll tell you what, that at-bat he had in his last one makes up for all of it. 9-pitch at-bat, opposite field base hit. That would tie the game. Then Rudy and Midget would give the Ravens a 5-3 lead and cruise with the big 2-run single. Bacon to center here. That's sinking fast, and that's down base hit. Struggling who? Hits him back-to-back at-bats for Eric Bacon.
Now batting for the Red Ravens, right fielder, number 12, Colton Rudy.
And 6 outs is a lot to work with, especially in the college level. Especially because Wagner's probably not going to go the whole game. You never know what's going to happen when you bring in a new pitcher. But it really feels like with momentum right now, Butler has to find a way to put up a 0 in this inning. Here's Colton Rudy. 2 on, 1 out. First pitch, swing and a miss. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit. Rudy grounds it foul, 0-2. Actually, there was rumors earlier in the day that there could be some chances for rain after 5 o'clock. But I'll tell you what, it's ended up being beautiful here at Walter Johnson Park. Blue skies, sunshine's poked its head out a little bit. This is the weather we've been begging for 3 weeks. Breaking ball outside, 1-2. First home playoff series in 9 years, and all we asked for was for Mother Nature to cooperate a little bit. She did. She came through. One and two here from Pelfrey to Rudy. Swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Dayton Pelfrey. 2 outs here in the 7th inning.
Now batting for the Red Ravens, second baseman, number 14, Landon Midget.
Now here's Landon Midget, who quietly has been on base 3 more times today after being on base 4 times yesterday. He'll be continuing his career at Pitt State. Let me tell you, Gorillas are getting a good player. First pitch, Midget grounds it. That's foul. Look at Coach Martin, man. He might be playing the best defense out of anybody this week. Bare hand. Off the inside edge, 1-1. Looks like now they've gone back to it being Caleb Peak warming up down there. I think that's number 3. We'll get that confirmed for you. 1-1 pitch here to Midget. Grounded, and tough play for the shortstop. He'll at least knock it down. Bases are loaded on an infield single for Midget.
Next up for the Red Ravens, number 31, Sean Moreno.
How about back-to-back days where Midget's been on 4 times? I don't care who you're playing. I don't care if it's Johnson County. I don't care if it's the lowest ranked JUCO in the country. You're on base 8 times in 2 games, you're a good player. It's Caleb Peak down there in the bullpen for the Red Ravens. The Raven closer getting loose. Probably trying to close this series out. Strike 1 to Sean Moreno. I don't know for certain. I would guess that Wagner's probably done after 7 innings. Oh and 1. Ravens trying to have a big knockout punch here with the bases loaded. Moreno fouls it off. This guy's just rock solid, man. Jake Martin, just a dude. Just a dude. You don't want to play you want Jake Martin on your football team at the family barbecue. He's going to catch everything. 0-2. And Moreno started to go. He was hit. Did he go? He did not. And it's 8-3. That's been a theme in this series.
Now batting for the Red Ravens, shortstop, Number 8, Nathan Cruz.
That's been a theme in this series for the Butler pitching staff. They have not walked many guys. They have hit quite a few. And that's led to opportunities for the Ravens. Ravens were hit 6 times yesterday. They've been hit 6 times today. First pitch grounded, LeMasters, and the inning is over. But the Ravens add on another run. Ravens 6 outs away from a series victory. We go to the 8th. Coffeyville 8, Butler 3. We're back in 90 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. Caleb Peak, the new pitcher for the Red Ravens.
Number 25, Brett Romero.
And he will try to get the last 6 outs for the Red Ravens after Jackson Wagner goes 7 strong innings and is in line for the win. First pitch fouled off by Romero. Caleb Peak enters the series, 28 1/3 innings, 2.86 ERA, 29 strikeouts, hitters hitting just 192 against the right-hander, and it's 0-2. The first thing that Jake Martin said about Caleb Peak, kind of similar, kind of the pitching equivalent of Landon Midget. Doesn't have overpowering stuff, doesn't dominate you. He's just a confident guy, throws the ball over the plate, and he has success. He's ahead 1-2 here on Romero. 1-2, just missed, 2-2. One thing about this Butler team, they've won a lot of games in the last 2-3 innings. And a 5-run lead is by no means not insurmountable. That one just off the outside corner, full count. Ravens are going to keep another arm loose down there. I believe that's Zane Wilson. And it is. Wilson got the final 6 outs yesterday. That one grounded to third. Jarnigan, smooth play, 1 down. Everybody from the stands to the field to the press box, counting down the number of outs the Ravens have left. What a special week it's been for Coffeyville. What a special season it's been for Coffeyville. Ball 1 to Kester. Finishing in the top 4 in the East for the first time in 9 years, getting a home playoff series. 5 outs away from sweeping their rival in that home playoff series. Yeah, fouled off, 1-1. Kester on the day, flied out to left, flied out to right, struck out. 1-2. Caleb Peak's 1-2 offering. Tried to front door a change up there, didn't miss it by much. That's a gnarly 1-2 pitch. 2-2. Popped up. Miller Cruz, and Jarnigan all give it a look. It'll be Nathan Cruz, 2 down. And the magic number goes down to 4.
Now batting for Butler, number 16, Brent Beebe.
Caleb Peak looking for a 1-2-3-8. Butler has not scored since the 5th inning. Ball 1 to Brant Beebe. Fouled off. Cloud County Labette still remain in a rain delay up there in Concordia. They're hoping to get that game started around 6 o'clock, 1-2. Last I checked, it's tied at 2 in that game. Labette needs to win to keep their season alive. Peaks 1-2 pitch. Just off the outside edge. Even Caleb Peaks' misses in this inning have been just really close. 2-2. And upstairs, 3-2. Butler would need to get 2 base runners to have Cooper Rasmussen get another at-bat before this one's over. Full count. Pop foul. Gillespie can't get there. It's out of play. On deck stands Marion Saylor. Peak. Full count again, fouled back. Full count pitch to Brant Beebe. Strike 3 on the outside edge. Caleb Peak, a 1-2-3-8. The Ravens are 3 outs away from sweeping the Butler Grizzlies. Let's go bottom 8. Ravens 8, Butler 3. We're back in 90 seconds. Bottom of the 8th, Ravens lead it 8-3 over Butler.
And batting for Gothenville, number 10, Wyatt Page.
New pitcher for Butler. And that is number 20, Jack Haig, out there, and he throws ball 1. Haig was the closer for the Butler Grizzlies last year. He struggled a little bit this year, but this guy is a former closer, so he's got good stuff. 1-0 pitch. That one pieced to center field by Pace, but playable and caught. 1 down.
Next up for the Red Ravens, number 28, Cooper Jarnigan.
Fouled off by Jarnigan. We mentioned it earlier. It's been a historic season for Coach Martin's program, hosting a playoff series, finishing top 4 in the conference, winning a home playoff game, and now inching in on winning a playoff series. 0-2 to Jarnigan. Nobody up in the Red Raven bullpen. It's Caleb Peak's 9th. 0-2 from Haig. And a slider blocked. Everything has to come together in the postseason. We've seen great starting pitching. We've seen big outs from the bullpen. We've seen clutch hitting, good defense. This has been a really good 2 complete team performances. Jarnigan lines it foul. That was smoked. Oh my goodness. That ended up closer to the softball field than the baseball field. That was smoked. That's about 600 feet foul. Slider outside, 2-2. He keeps that one fair. That lands in Caney. Vertigus, that's bound for the river. Breaking ball, flied to center, and it'll be the second baseman actually making the catch in shallow center field. LeMasters makes the play, 2 down.
Now batting for Coffeyville, catcher, number 7, Ethan Gillespie.
Ethan Gillespie. First pitch, swing and a miss. Now this is the Jack Haig that looks like the closer. He's not messing around. He's getting ahead in the count. Strong fastball. 0-1. Strike 2, outside corner. Breaking ball, popped up and out of play. Foul tip into the glove. Inning over. Jack Haig, 1-2-3 inning. We go to the 9th. The Ravens 3 outs away from sweeping the Butler Grizzlies. Caleb Peak coming back out. And the Ravens finish the job. We're back in 90 seconds on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. It's a big cut. Fly ball to left by Amarion Saylor. Carson Miller drifts under it. He's got it. 1 down here in the 9th.
Now batting for Butler County, number 6, Jack LeMaster.
That's now 4 outs for Caleb Peak, and the Ravens are 2 outs away. Ball one up. Jack LeMasters. Peak. Ground ball. First baseman Pace, underhand to Peak, and the Ravens are 1 out away. Last chance for the Butler Grizzlies is
Number 5,
Jackson Ellison. Ellison's been on twice today. Butler's season 1 out away from ending. Peak's first pitch. Ball one. One 0. Ground ball to second. Midget sets the feet. The Red Ravens have swept the Butler Grizzlies, and they will move on to Wichita.
Ravens take the series.
They dogpile on the pitcher's mound. For the first time in 9 years, Coffeyville defends Walter Johnson Park in the playoffs. 8-3 the final. Red Ravens moving on. We'll put a bow on this one. We're back in 3 minutes here on US 98 and the Red Ravens Sports Network. Back here with the Red Ravens, 8-3 winners over the Butler Grizzlies. They win the series 2-0. Coffeyville celebrates on their home field for the first time in nearly a decade in the playoffs. Let's look at this one. Butler started off in a hole today as the Ravens scored in the bottom of the first inning on a Nathan Cruz infield single. Butler would score twice in the third, RBIs from Jackson Ellison and Breck Romero. Ravens tied it in the fourth. RBI single from Cooper Jarnigan. Butler took the lead in the fifth on an RBI from Breck Romero once again. And then 5 in the sixth. That's when the Ravens really knocked it open. RBI single for Bacon. RBI single for Rudy. RBI single for Midget. And a 2-run single for Cruz. That made it 7-3 Ravens. They tack on a run in the eighth on an RBI from Sean Moreno. And the Ravens win it 8-3. Jackson Wagner, your winning pitcher. He goes 7 innings, allowing 7 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 hit batters. Caleb Peak gets the 2-inning save. Whit Rhodes, 5 2/3. He takes the loss. Dayton Pelfrey pitched an inning and 2/3 in relief. Jack Haig pitched the 8th. Look at all the pictures. Look at all the celebration down there on the field. It's a special day. It's a special season for Red Raven baseball. They play on. They are heading to Wichita as one of the 8 teams remaining in the Plains District Tournament. Big thanks to Andrew Elrod, his entire team. Big thanks to Dirk Andrews, the voice of Walter Johnson Park. Big thanks. Hey, Dirk, you know the drill. You got to hit us with it.
Oh, Raven!
There it is. Big thanks to Scott Maples back in the studio. Big thanks to everybody for listening all season long. Ravens win at 8-3. I'm Shane Neal saying so long for us here on US 98 and the Red Raven Sports Network. We'll be back at it again soon, but again, the Ravens winners here tonight. Let's get back to the music on US 98.